Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. Let's begin. The Muslims were left stranded following the death of Prophet Idris. Since no other man from amongst them was chosen as a prophet, people began to look to the pious companions of Idris for guidance. They respected and followed these righteous men and consulted them every time they were faced with a problem. Eventually, as time passed by, the pious men also passed away, leaving the people again with no leader for guidance. They feared and were worried that they would stray from the path of Allah. Shaitan saw this as an opportunity to corrupt the people. He whispered into their ears, "If we make statues of these righteous men, it will be more pleasing to us in our worship and will remind us of them." The men agreed and thought that this would surely help them remember Allah and encourage them to do good. This was the plan of Shaitan all along. He was patient, for he knew that getting man to worship another was a slow process. Satan had successfully planted his corrupt seed. Thus, idolatry took root in the hearts of men. Centuries passed, and Allah decided to send a prophet to guide the idolaters back to the truth. The prophet chosen for this sacred task was Nuh, peace be upon him. Allah blessed his loyal messenger with eloquent speech and immense patience, so that he may carry out his duty with success. So Prophet Nuh began to preach to his people about the mysteries of the vast universe. He informed them about the night and the day, the stars and the moon, the plants and animals, and the heavens and the earth. He explained to them that man was created by Allah to glorify and worship Him alone. Nuh told them about the oneness of Allah, that all the signs of the world were proof of the existence of one true God, Allah the Most High. He warned them that Shaitan had misled them into worshipping idols and cautioned them of a terrible punishment if they continued. The people listened with confusion. Some of the weakest and most desperate began to find hope in his message and gradually accepted Islam. However, the wealthy and arrogant rejected him, saying, "You are only a man like us." Nuh explained that he was indeed a human being chosen by Allah, and if angels lived on earth, Allah would have sent an angel messenger. The rich demanded that he dismiss the poor believers if he wanted them to accept his message, but Nuh refused, saying he would not drive away those who believed, for their reward was with Allah. They mocked and insulted him, but he remained patient for 950 years, calling his people to Allah generation after generation. Yet every generation rejected him just as their ancestors had done. He grew sorrowful as disbelief increased. Finally, he prayed to Allah, complaining of his people's rejection and asking for support. Allah revealed that no more people would believe except those who had already believed. So Nuh prayed again, asking Allah not to leave a single disbeliever upon the earth, for they would only lead others astray. Allah accepted his prayer and commanded Nuh to build an ark. Nuh began building the ark outside the city, away from the sea. The people mocked him as he built it, but he continued with patience and trust in Allah. Allah then gave him a sign. When water began gushing from the oven in his home, it would be the signal to board the ark with the believers. When that moment came, rain poured heavily from the sky, and water erupted from the earth. The flood began. Nuh boarded the ark with the believers and pairs of animals, birds and insects. The disbelievers mocked them as they sailed away, thinking they were safe. But the waters rose until the entire land was submerged. Among those who disbelieved was Nuh's own son and wife. Nuh called out to them to join him, but they refused. His son said he would climb a mountain for safety. Nuh warned him that nothing could save him from Allah's decree. Soon, they were overwhelmed by the waves and drowned. When all disbelievers had perished, Allah commanded the rain to stop and the earth to swallow its waters. The ark came to rest upon Mount Judy. Nuh and the believers descended safely, praising Allah for His mercy. They prostrated in gratitude and thanked Him for saving them from the great punishment. This story teaches us patience and perseverance. Prophet Nuh called his people for 950 years, Despite mockery and rejection, he remained steadfast in faith even through great loss. In our lives, we will also face hardship, loss, and rejection. But we must remain patient and trust that Allah rewards those who are steadfast. That is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and like for more. Take care, brothers and sisters. May Allah bless you